Psychics have been reading your mind for 3,000 years. They were all lying. Now something actually can. And nobody's calling it a psychic. They're calling it a neural decoder. Here's how the old trick worked. A psychic watches your eyes, reads your posture, notices you touched your ring finger when she mentioned love. She doesn't know anything. She's pattern matching, feeding you vague statements and watching which ones land. Cold reading, Barnum statements. You sometimes feel misunderstood. Yeah, so does everyone. $100 billion industry. Tarot, mediums, astrology apps, all built on one simple truth. Humans leak information constantly, and most people don't realize how much they're giving away. Now here's what changed. Last year, researchers at the University of Texas put people in an fMRI scanner. No electrodes touching the skull, no implants, just a magnetic field reading blood flow in the brain. They played a podcast, then they asked AI to reconstruct what the person heard. Not the gist, not the topic, the actual words. And it worked. Not perfectly, but well enough to reconstruct full sentences, capture meaning, and even decode things the person was only imagining, stories they told silently, inside their own head. Meta went further. They used magnetoencephalography, a helmet that reads magnetic fields from your neurons firing, and decoded what a person was seeing in real time. No delay. You look at a picture of a dog. The AI sees a dog. You imagine a beach. The AI sees a beach. Not a guess. Not a cold read. An actual reconstruction of the image forming inside your visual cortex. The psychic watched your body. The AI watches your brain. But here's the part nobody's talking about. Every psychic in history needed you to cooperate. Sit across the table. Answer questions. Play the game. The new systems don't need your permission. Consumer-grade EEG headsets cost $40. The ones marketed for meditation, for focus, for gaming. Researchers have already shown these can leak your passwords, your PIN, your emotional state, your political reactions, your sexual responses to images. $40. No fMRI required. And you put it on voluntarily. The psychic industry survived for millennia because it exploited a gap. The gap between what you think you're revealing and what you're actually revealing. AI doesn't exploit that gap. It closes it. Cold reading worked because humans are bad at hiding. Neural decoding works because hiding is no longer the variable. Your brain does the talking whether you want it to or not. 3,000 years of fake psychics trained us to laugh at mind reading, to call it a scam, a parlor trick. Oh, entertainment for the gullible. That's the perfect cover. Because when the real thing showed up, dressed in a lab coat instead of a turban, nobody flinched. No protest. No regulation. No outrage. We spent so long mocking the fake version that we forgot to panic about the real one. There are 0 federal laws in the United States governing neural data. 0. Your brain activity has fewer legal protections than your email. Your search history gets more privacy consideration than your thoughts. Colorado passed a narrow bill. 1 state. 1 bill? That's it. Meanwhile, every major tech company is investing in brain-computer interfaces. Neuralink, Meta, Apple, Snap, Valve. Not because they want to help paralyzed patients type. Because the person who decodes intent, what you want before you reach for your phone, owns the last satisfying ad platform on earth. The psychic charged you $50 to tell you what you already knew about yourself. The neural decoder won't charge you anything. You'll get a free app, a comfortable headband, better meditation scores, sharper focus in games, and somewhere in the terms of service, paragraph 47, subsection C, you'll consent to having your neural data processed for service improvement. The psychic needed your belief. The algorithm just needs your data. So here's the question. Nobody's asking. The fake psychics fooled millions because people wanted to believe someone could see inside them. What happens when something actually can? And people don't even know it's looking. Share this if it made you think. Subscribe if you want to keep watching. I'll be here, watching the Singularity until there's nothing left to watch.